A chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Bengals first down.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go.
This one complete to Yoshibans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 38 now. Here's second and a couple.
Second and 2.
Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle. He'll take it inside the 25.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they go play action now. Burrow on the right side, open is Gesicki. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Third and 3.
Now Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andre Yoshibans from 19 yards away. And the Bengals will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down, Ravens.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. Fighting his way through contact.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely, 35 yards. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Open man is Yoshivas.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Off the option, here's Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Lester on the return. Shedding the tackle. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
That's another Baltimore first down.
They go play action with Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Henry.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to pull those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run forward with Henry. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
2 yards on the play.
Play action. Now Jackson.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
On his loop for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And remember, here on a miss, this is a live football. And he will be out of bounds. So no touchdown on a missed field goal return here. And on that wild note, we will come to an end here in the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over middle, that's caught by Chase. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 3rd and 8.
Right in.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off the option, here's Henry. Skirts by him at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Baltimore first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals offense returns to the field.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
180.
In motion, the tight end. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
11 mighty.
They keep it. And coughed it up. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Burrow will throw.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The 49-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Henry fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And no hesitation on the decision to go on 4th and goal from the 1, and they punch it in.
And I do believe that field position factors in there too, because even if they don't get in, you're going to force the other guys to go the full 99 yards. So to me, a good calculated risk, which actually paid off.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring in second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Bengals
Here we go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he is caught. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's good for a
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They're going to go with a tight end here on the run. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Ravens ready to take over. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow.
Intercepted by the Ravens. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Over the middle, connecting with Kohler. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 7. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
In punt formation for the Ravens.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. On the return is Jones. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Gun.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Perine. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First down.
Wide 80.
1st and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Stay hot. Right 80.
Here's Burrow.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Right 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore